Hey gang, GMapper14 here, where I give you the latest tech news and the greatest entertainment news. Okay, entertainment news. Not like Bill Murray dating a girl who's like half his age. No, I don't do that kind of stuff. If you want that stuff, don't watch the video. But watch it anyways, because you'll like the video minus that stuff. Anyways, let's get to the number one topic on the list today, Chrome OS. Yes, last week I talked about Chrome OS, but this is a whole different thing. This week, Google has stated that the reports about Chrome OS and Android merging completely to form one operating system were false. Or they didn't really say it was false, they just said that they're committed to Chrome OS and have a great lineup of Chromebooks coming out next year. So they didn't really say anything about 2017, which is what the Wall Street Journal said would be the year that Google merged them. So yeah, I'm hoping Chrome OS stays around. You can check out my last week's Tech News Weekly because I explained why I love Chrome OS. And I have so many videos about it on this channel anyways. I just love Chrome OS. It's awesome. So I hope that those rumors are false, but it is 2 years away or 1.5 years away, so we'll be okay with that. Next thing on the list, my favorite thing of the week. Oh my gosh, when I read this, I was like, wait, what? Am I hearing things correctly? Is this right? Amazon opened a bookstore, and you're like, Amazon already has books. I'm like, no. Not an online bookstore, a physical brick-and-mortar bookstore, okay? Now, if you've ever run into me on the street, I'd probably be explaining, oh my gosh, bookstores are awesome, but you don't do that. So anyways, I love bookstores. I love Barnes & Noble, and when Borders was still around, I loved Borders books. But they're not doing so great lately, because Amazon is so cheap. I mean, honestly, I don't buy any books at Barnes & Noble anymore. If I'm there and I see a book I like, I will buy it, but I never go there. And so, like, a new book is like $30 hardback. You go on Amazon, it's like $20, maybe $15 sometimes. And you're just like, why? I mean, I really want this book, and I really want to support stores, but they're making it really hard because it's so much more expensive there. So it's almost worth it to get it. It is worth it to get it on Amazon, especially if you have free shipping with 2 days. I mean, bam, you get it. So it's been hard for me to go to the bookstores and willingly give them my money, even if I'm supporting them, but it's so expensive that it's not worth the support. That's why I'm happy that Amazon's doing this, because if Barnes & Noble doesn't curb towards that trend of being cheaper with their books, and they do end up going out of business, Amazon has bookstores now, and they're going to be the Amazon prices of the books. Awesome. The bookstore looked beautiful from the pictures I saw. It looks so nice. They're going to sell their Kindles there, of course, their Fire devices. All that stuff's going to be for sale at the actual store. And it's really cool. Like, all the books have the ratings of the on Amazon. So, like, you can see 4 stars, out of 5, 2 stars out of 5, And they're going to only keep books in stock that are the highest rated ones on the Amazon website, I think. And then, the most popular ones in general. So I think it's going to be more of like a popular bookstore versus like, oh, we have everything in the world bookstore. So they're going to be like, oh, you don't have that? Well, we can ship it to the store, or you can get it on the Amazon website. I think that's how it's going to be. So it's not going to be like Barnes & Noble where they have stuff you would never, ever think of looking for, versus Amazon's going to be stuff is like pretty predictable, I guess. We'll see how it goes. The first one they opened was in Seattle. They haven't mentioned any plans for opening other ones, but since Amazon is based in Seattle, I think it's safe to say this is hopefully not the first or last. Not the last. This is the first, but not the last. Yeah, let's hope so. Next up in the news is another thing about news. Because I say that because, man, my grammar's off today. I say that because Facebook has announced that they haven't announced. They've leaked that they have a news app coming out called Notify. And there have been lots of reports about this. So the latest leaks is that next week there will be the Facebook news app called Notify released in the app stores. I love reading the news, and that sounds crazy, right? But I use Google Play Newsstand to read the news. I use Apple's new news app, which is really nice. It's surprisingly really well done. And I just use other various things to get all my news source piled on the one. So one more news app, I would definitely like that. And Facebook, I sometimes when we're on the website, I look on the little side right there and read the news trending right now. So I would love to try this app out and see how it works. So hopefully next week I'll be able to report to you that Facebook's news app is available. Right. Last on the list is the Muppets reboot show. So I watched the very first episode of The Muppets, the new series that started this year. And honestly, I liked it. I laughed, and I thought it was funny. And the reason I haven't watched it is because I don't have that channel, or I just haven't gone on my way to find a way to get that without paying for it, you know? It's like, you know, I'm not in the mood to do that. So I was planning on watching it eventually, like when it goes on Netflix or something maybe, or even finding a way to watch it, but I just never did. But I have been reading online that some people, like the reviewers, were saying, it's okay, you know, oh, the Muppets dating humans, what? I don't like this. Oh, the Muppets doing human things, I don't like this. But that was what I liked about it. That's what I liked about the Muppets reboot. I just thought it was hilarious, you know, the humans and Muppets interacting like it was completely normal. And it was like a Jimmy Fallon-esque night show that Miss Piggy had. And, you know, they had the Muppets getting events for that, having real-life things, Kermit being hilarious. There were some innuendos that I was like, I don't really think I like seeing Kermit say things like that. But besides that, I really liked the pilot. And a lot of regular viewers liked it too. Of course, as with everything, the mainstream reviewer people, the New York Times, you know, and The Verge and IO9, a website I follow, by the way, also, they were saying things like, you know, it's just okay, or it's terrible. Some people are saying it's terrible. That being said, did I say that being said again? The reason that I'm mentioning that is because it's been announced this week that the TV channel that has the Muppets, I forget what it was, I think it was CBS maybe, whatever, ABC, I think it's ABC. ABC announced that, okay, we see that the Muppets isn't doing that great, people don't like it so much, so we're going to retool the show, or take a quick hiatus and change it up. I'm like, huh? What? Why? I mean, maybe it's doing worse than I thought it was. I mean, like I said, a lot of people liked it. Average viewers liked it, thought it was funny, just found the things they liked about it and liked it. So now, I think they said after 10 episodes have been completed this season, they're going to take a break and just touch it up, or, you know, change little things and retool the whole show, which is disappointing because I really liked it. So they're technically rebooting the reboot. So hopefully they don't change too much. I mean, I liked it, you know, and I'd rather it get canceled after one season with doing something good versus completely change and become something I don't like and it's last for 10 more seasons. I just, you know, I don't like that so much. But that has been the news this week, Tech News Weekly. Last week I did a live Tech News Weekly where it was live and I talked to you guys and I had a rant. So lately at the ends I've been doing ranting at the ends of these. Right now I'm really tired and I got through a long class, and so my brain isn't focused completely, and I apologize if I've rambled through some of these things. But next week, hopefully, I will have another live one. I love doing them live. I think it's so much fun. You know, it's just... And then by the end of it, I'm just ranting 10 minutes about The Walking Dead or Star Wars. So, anyways. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you next week for Tech News Weekly. Next week's Tech News Weekly. Text News? I just need to stop the recording before I say things. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you found it insightful and tech newsful. And I will see you guys in the next Tech News Weekly. Adios, guys.